Alright guys, welcome back to War number 2 in Season 52. And like I said, if I've got fights that I have done before, then I'm probably not gonna show them again just because they're if it's very repetitive. Here we had this personal space regen Spider-Gwen. I did not want to go with Viv because I was too concerned about the evade. But I did bring Sandman here later on for a specific fight. Here you can see I did put an invulnerability boost on because I knew she was going to evade at the least optimal time, and now I'm going to play it smart as best as I can, keep those special ones on to mitigate the healing. And that's really what I need to do the entire time. I just need to be extra careful. I'm going to build up my charges here, and I can get a couple heavy attacks in a row while she's rooted. And that was pretty nice. I haven't played Sandman in a very long time. I am bringing him in mainly because he is a saga attacker, as well as he's got like bleed and shock immunities. He might have poison also, like bleed, poison, shock. He's got a very nice like triple immunity, and we're going to have a hazard shift fight to bring him for. So I just figured that he was also going to be a good champion here, even though Spider-Gwen is not a defender. She was going to have the healing, and at least we can take advantage of the global attacker node to help me mitigate some of the healing here as well with Sandman. So I knew it was going to be an annoying one right off the bat because one evade from Spider-Gwen and she hits really, really hard. So I don't want to have to deal with that. Luckily, we're here. We get the special one off again. And now I'm at full charges. I'm just going to go for a couple heavies while she's rooted. Next, we've got ManThing. I did this in the off-season. This is Masochism and Vigorous Assault. Vigorous Assault, if they have a active regen, they're going to be unblockable. Okay, but the global puts on these like passive regens, and Viv easy access to heal block. If you have heal block as a saga attacker, then you can mitigate the power gain and you cannot miss. Otherwise, if they get that power gain that ManThing has right now, if you don't have a heal block on, then there's a chance that you're going to miss, and the fights can get out of hand really quickly. But here we're going to do our usual special 2, unblockable special 1s, and just watch Viv absolutely go full nuke on ManThing here. Really nice. Again, I do Path 1 and Path 3 in the same battle group. I am speeding up the fights a little bit this war just to fit them all in. We've got some Path fights and a couple minis. I think in the end, I've got 10 recorded fights. I think I might have helped out on some other ones where someone didn't go their way and I came in to clean it up, or a fight that I have already done in a previous war, like Future Ant-Man on Node 21, I believe. I do that all the time with Magneto. Here, this Rintra is very similar to the first war. It is on a different node, so I did put it in, but the exact same thing. It basically is another Rintra on Path 3 in Section 1 that has nothing to do with the node. He has no armor ups. So here, again, I pushed him to the wall over 10 charges. Had to be careful. Instead of throwing again, I just backed up, fixed my spacing, and then I could throw another unblockable special 1. So again, with Rintra, spacing is a little bit key, because if he has over 10 of those charges, you gotta knock him down, and you don't want to hit him up against the wall, or he's gonna go unstoppable. So I did have a couple things here to keep an eye on, but we did a much better job than we did in the first war. Both solos, but this one was a lot cleaner. Next up is a Kingpin, and again, this one here, he has nothing to do with the node again, so it's an easy fight here for me with Viv. Kingpin, at least, normally he can shrug off your debuffs, so it can be a little more annoying to get an opening, even though a special 1 is very easy to bait and counter, but Viv can just use her phase. He did, however, try to throw a heavy into my phase, which triggered his unstoppable, which is a little cheeky and annoying on the defender part, and the AI is almost going to get me later on a fight that I really thought was going to be super clean with Viv. We're going to see some interesting AI shenanigans later on that almost cost me a death. Now, in terms of deaths, these first couple wars have been rough on both alliances, our alliance and our opponent. The first one, we did manage to get the win. The second one, unfortunately, we took the L. All right, in phase section 2, here is an interesting maneuver here. This Professor X, again, has nothing to do with the node, but he is global, so I need to keep up my heal block on Professor X. And again, when you have a heal block, you cannot miss. So technically, I don't have to, as long as I have a heal block on, I don't have to worry about his falter. So after he throws his special one, I can just go ahead and hit into him, and it doesn't matter. As long as I have the heal block on, I can pretty much ignore his falter because of the global. So another nuke fest from Viv. Now, before I finish off Path 1 and Section 2, I had a couple minis with this account, so let's do those as well. We have this Emma Frost here, Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison. So I'm only poison immune. So at the beginning of the fight, I'm going to back off, and I did notice that they put an unduped Emma here. So normally when you fight Emma, if she's duped, her specials you have to evade with reverse controls. But here, it's unduped, so no reverse control. So I had to be careful on that. Also, what I'm going to do is I waited until the poison phase so I can get my big special 2 in. Now I'm just going to back away and only hit into the block if I have to. And I'm just going to wait out until the incinerate phase is over. Now I can get my nice easy opening with my phases. And I'm going to throw those special ones in the poison phase. And look, again, super nuke. Viv is just absolutely incredible. We're down to 3%. I did get clipped there trying to go in and get that last hit in. Doesn't matter. I get another hit in and we're good. Then we have Mangog, who's an extremely annoying defender this season. This is the unblockable special 2 and like enhanced special 2 node. I used to do this one with Doc Ock all the time, and he is a global attacker here. So what we can do is I actually screw up right here. I mistimed my special 2. Now, instead of going nuts and getting upset and getting flustered, I back away, let him throw a special 1, let his power gain kick in again, go for an attack in and get his power, the power drain or power lock back on and get back into my parry heavy game. Once I get back into my parry heavy game, I can keep him below a bar of power. We drop the special 2, which is going to give me the triple debuff, the double power lock, and the heal block. And now we are rolling. I can ignore basically everything because I'm going to have a heal block up all the time for the entire rest of the fight. All I have to do is spam my special 1 in order to refresh the triple debuff. With Doc Ock, there are different ways that you can go about doing extra damage. You can either do lots of parry heavies to detonate your debuffs, your power lock, and your heal blocks. Here, in this case, I'm siphoning off so much power that I can just keep spamming special 2s. I'm actually going to go for a parry heavy here, and it's going to be like over 100. If you slow it down, it was like almost 120k direct damage on that last hit. One of my favorite fights in war. Next up, we have a Sauron. And right at the beginning of the fight, I'm going to go for my phase where I usually hit in, and he dashes back and counters me. I was almost freaking out here. And last time I already screwed up against Sauron once. I did not want to take another death to a Sauron this war. And this was just a path fight. So I get my special 2. Unfortunately, it pushes him to a special 2. But this time I give myself a lot of distance. And I'm able to get my full evade on the special 2, as I should anyways. And I get back into the usual business. I noticed that he did go unblockable there, so I have to be careful. Just push the special 1. I don't mind if that's unblockable. We did our special 2. We've got our special 1s now. They're unblockable, and we absolutely nuke them. So I heart skipped a beat there. Luckily, we got out of it. Then we have a Shuri on node 28. This is the buffet Shuri. But and Arc Overload, we're going to take this one with Angela. Now, this is just a Sig 200 Angela on her own, no Odin pre-fights, so it does take a little bit of time to ramp up your buffs, And once you have your buffs, then you're immune to nullify. You're not going to be triggering the buffet. You are going to trigger the usual, like, the regen is still going to kick in every so often, but there's not much that you have to worry about here. You just have to play Shuri. And Angela is great because you can parry Shuri's non-contact hits, and I just cycle baiting and countering special ones. Now you're going to see where her kind of... I'm going to do some damage, she's going to get some healing. I do a little bit more damage, she gets some healing. And eventually we are going to get Shuri down. It's not too bad, but it's a very safe fight here with Angela, that's for sure. I know in the previous seasons, I had a very questionable fight here with Venom, and it didn't work out. It did end up working out, but got a little bit too close for comfort there. Angela, definitely the easiest one here if you see Shuri on node 28. So when I see this, Sig 200 Angela, definitely the way to go. You can see here, we're just chipping away at her, get a big special 2 there, nice 20k on the last bit, and again, lots of crits there, and we're done. Then finally, we are going to finish off where the Sandman we talked about at the beginning, Hazard Shift, Shock Bleed, Conflictor, Crumbling Armor, Werewolf by night, and we're going to go in with Sandman here. We healed him up to full, and he is global. Now, it's just, global is a benefit to us, but I'm just focused on making sure I evade his specials, which come in super fast with Werewolf. Sometimes I do really well, sometimes I get clipped, and you have to worry about his power gain as well. And you can see there, I get a little bit of rupture damage on me. Then he parries me. That pretty much ruined the beginning of the fight for me. That's half of my health down. But I'm going to go for a big old special 2, get those decelerates on, which is also going to help if he tries to get an unstoppable. So I want to make sure that we mitigate that as well. We get some nice rooted heavies. We get our big damage in, and then it ends up becoming a race to the finish of who is going to die first, because I am going to take a ton of damage here near the end. I get off another special 2. We got all those decelerates on. We're looking great in that regard, but I take a couple hits on his special 1, which again, I know I'm speeding up the fight a little bit, but it comes in so fast. Luckily, we're able to Sandman is a tank, and it's only a rank 4 Sandman. I am debating whether or not I want to bring him up to rank 5. I'll see if I have to use him again in war, but there we go. We get off another special 2, and we manage to outpace this werewolf at the end of the day. So hopefully these fights helped you out, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.